a pretty long ceremony.
Do you? All the engaging workshop.
Hey everyone, so we're about to begin, so I ask you guys to please have a seat. Many spots here still to be filled.
For the family.
So please have a seat, get comfortable. It's okay, the front is okay. No one likes to sit at the front. So I assure you, we're really nice people, okay? Alright, so hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? Good? Good. So my name is Roy. I'm going to be the master of ceremony for today's event. So a show of hands first. Who knows what we're here today for? A few people, okay? Not too bad. Who's here for the free food? Well, whatever is the reason you're here today, okay? You're in for a treat, and no pun intended. But of course, today we're gathered here for Sophia L. Johnson's debut novel, okay? Shadow of Deception, book 1 of the Kazumi Chronicle. Now, myself and Sophia, we actually go pretty way back because she went to high school with my older sister. So I've known her since when I was maybe 10 years old. So, you know, a lot younger. Roughly the same height though, you know, so the same. So, and of course, it is a great honor that I could be here today to MC for Old Friends Book Launch and to lead us into celebrating another great milestone of her writing career. So, what is the agenda of today's going to look like? So today, we're going to begin by inviting Sophia to talk to you about a little bit about her book and follow with a reading. And afterwards, you, dear guest, can purchase a copy of this book for $15.95 plus HST, which can be paid by either cash or debit. And then afterwards, of course, you can bring that book and have Sophia to sign the book for you, take a picture with her, chat with her a little bit, you know, about her book, her vision for her work, and of course, you can enjoy the free refreshments we have prepared for you today. Now, before we invite Sophia to talk about her book, I also like to tell you a little bit about the exciting initiative she's doing with this novel, okay? So what's happening is she's decided to take the first year's proceeds of this novel and donating it to an organization called the Covenant House, the largest homeless youth agency in Canada. Is that good or not? Can we give her a round of applause? Now, today, unfortunately, a representative couldn't be with us today from the Covenant House, but to tell you a little bit about the organization, Covenant House is the largest privately funded charity in America with over 27 facilities across North America and Central America. Now, they provide comprehensive services such as education, counseling, healthcare, employment assistance, and job training to underprivileged youth. And to put all of these into perspective for you, okay? So in Toronto alone, on a given year, there's around at least 10,000 homeless youth here in Toronto. Hard to believe, right? In the city we live in, one of the best cities in the world. And on any given night, there's probably around 2,000 given youth that have suffered from abuse, neglect, such as physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, okay? So today, by purchasing a copy of this book, not only are you supporting an up-and-coming Canadian writer, but you're indeed helping many, many underprivileged youth to help them move their life from the street to a life with a future, okay? So a very meaningful event. So I encourage you to buy a book, and I'm sure you will enjoy the book too, because it has received very, very favorable reviews online, and Sophia has been praised also, you know, for her techniques in creating dynamic, relatable characters, and also her craft in pacing and advancing the plot. So Shadow of Deception is a story about a girl's struggle with loss, self-identity, revenge, and redemption. Kind of sounds like Mean Girls, right? But all jokes aside, it's a really good piece. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want your warmest welcome for our main person today, okay? Our author, Sophia L. Johnson.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy lives today to join me here to share this very special moment with me. Oh my God. That means they have no idea how grateful and how moved I am. I didn't know I was going to cry, sorry. But I love your support. So, basically, let me just talk about the book so I don't get emotional. So, for those of you who don't know what Shadow of Deception is about, it's a young adult fiction, but by no means it's only for young adults. I hope that a lot of adults would find elements in there that are entertaining as well. So it is the first book of the Kazumi Chronicles. I do have 2 more planned in this series. So basically the story begins with our main character Kazumi waking up in the wreckage of a plane crash. But the weird thing is, other than losing all of her memories, she's physically unharmed. Like not even a single scratch on her, despite that she was literally fell out of the sky. So this miraculous survival attracts the attention of a secret society of genetically advanced humans called the sarcomeres. Now these people have a specific gene that gives them heightened physical abilities. So they think that Kazumi might be one of them. So they recruit her and begin training her. Kazumi eventually warms up to the idea and really begins to see herself as a sarcomere. Then her memories return. And this jeopardizes everything. And she realizes that layers of deception run deep and everybody's got a secret agenda, including herself. And meanwhile, an ancient old nemesis of the sarcomeres begins to wreak havoc on the world. So Kazumi needs to figure out who she can trust when she can't even trust herself. So my goal when writing this book was to try to make this as entertaining as possible. So it's action-based, it's action-driven. I want to write something that I personally would enjoy reading. So I hope readers would resonate with me in this aspect. So before going further, I'm just going to read a little excerpt from this book to give you a little taste of what it's like. So to set the stage, before this scene, Kazumi is injured and she's not allowed to train. But she's itching for it, so she goes into the training arena hoping to see other people train, except to see Finn, who is her love interest, being there by himself. So this is what follows. I recall someone is not supposed to be here, Finn says wickedly. I was only going to be a visitor, but I look around. I guess I won't see much action today. Finn saunters to the middle of the arena. He turns to me with a mischievous smile, and I arch my brows in wonderment. He pushes a few buttons on his wrist device, and the floor around him opens up. 6 full-size robots dressed in red bullseyes emerge from the floor, each with a pistol in their mechanical hand. So you want some action, huh? Asks Finn, who is now standing in the middle of the circle created by the robots. I don't know what to expect, but this is looking very intriguing. You're in for a treat. I usually do this in private, he says. You clearly like these robots a lot, I arch my brows. Oh, cranky pants, you have no idea. Now step back. I comply, and he initiates another sequence on his device. 8 sheets of glass glide down from the ceiling, enclosing him and the robots in an octagon. 2 robots fire at him as soon as the glass partitions connect. Finn quickly draws his 2 pistols and swiftly arches his back into a backflip, effectively avoiding the bullets. Immediately upon landing on his feet, he winds his legs into a full split, lowering himself on the ground, dodging the 3rd robot's shot. The 4th one joins in as he leans back and lifts his leg into a helicopter kick that propels him into a handstand, all the while dodging more incoming bullets. Then the craziness begins when all the robots fire at once. Finn's movement speeds up to a blur. All I see are legs flying here and there, forward flips, backward somersaults. 1 second he's flat on the ground, the next he's in the air, all performed within the confines of the glass octagon. A minute later, the gunfire stops. Finn is standing in his original spot, looking captivating in his post-battle glow. The target dummies, on the other hand, are all covered in patches of red dye. I walk towards the battle zone, eyes never leaving the robots. Finn deactivates the protective glass so I can enter the space. He looks irresistible in his tight, sleeveless training top that accentuates his taut muscles. Looks like someone wants more, Finn teases. Wait, what just happened? I'm too mesmerized to speak properly. He chuckles. I show off a little gun kata for you. Gun what now? Gun kata. It originated from Greater China, more specifically in the city of Hong Kong, he says. Some call it gun fu or bullet ballet. It utilizes firearms in a melee combat, combining martial arts and close-quarter gunplay. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, Finn manages to awe me yet again. And what's with the paint, I ask. We don't load real bullets in the targets, just in case anything goes wrong. But mine are real, just to be cool, you know. He brushes his finger past a hole on one of the robots. I look closely and see that all the robots are covered in bullet holes. Now I understand what the protective glass was for. Pretty cool, isn't it? Asks Finn. What if I told you you have what it takes? I freeze, wondering if this is one of his jokes. I'm the only elites who can do this, and it's been years since I witnessed someone else with the same potential. He grabs both of my shoulders. I saw you, back in the Rockies. How you fought those soldiers with your gun, remember? Of course I remember, I think to myself. I promised myself never forget what happened. But I was too mad that my mind just shut down and my body took over. I doubt I can ever duplicate that again. I've never seen anyone do it without training, without learning the techniques. Even those who learn cannot perform in real battles. But you, he shakes my shoulders. You opened my eyes. You're a natural. His eyes beaming with pride, like he has found a crown jewel. He's not joking. Gun kata. Gun kata. I repeat the words in my head, imagining myself in that circular arena. Excitement begins to build. So you would teach me? I ask. A satisfying smile crosses his face. Every bit of it. I leap into his arm, knocking him back a step. Finally, a chance for me to shine. So, thank you very much. So, we enjoyed that a little bit. Like Roy mentioned earlier, that I will be donating all the proceeds in the first year to Covenant House. Now, many people have asked me why specifically Covenant House. And that's because I really resonate with what they're doing for youth in need. And also, when I was teaching at a college downtown, Covenant House was very close to my campus. And I've seen firsthand what they did for these youth and their programs and whatnot. And also through my teaching, I've came across underprivileged students who were really smart and they tried really hard to make something out of their lives, despite their difficult circumstances that they were living in, whether it was financial hardship or family issues. So I really wanted to help them and encourage them. So when this book came along, or came to be, I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to hopefully do something for them, make a small difference in these people's lives. And so I really thank you for your support, and I really encourage you to spread the word of our cause, because more people know about it, so then hopefully the more money we can raise for youth in need. And before I wrap up, I just have a few thank yous to those of you who helped me along the way. So first of all, I want to thank people who have endured the pain of reading my first draft. So for people who actually read first drafts of any book, would tell you that it's not a pretty read. Like you have places, things out of place, grammar problems, and things that just don't make sense. So these people, including my good friend Christina, my brother Wayne, my mother-in-law Wendy, I can't see where she is over there, and my husband, and a few others who can't be with us today. So they read through the whole thing, gave me really valuable feedbacks, and really helped shape the book that is today. So I really thank them for their contribution. So, and of course I want to thank everyone who are helping out today. So anybody from setting up the table and getting everything ready. So they've really had to do a lot of work to make this pretty and good for the launch. So I want to thank them. And of course, without our sponsors, this won't happen. So I would like to thank Andis, our photographer. He is from Andis Low Photography, and Keith and Joseph from The One Bridal Videography, and our MC Roy. And of course, a huge thank you to Markham Public Library. They're the main sponsor, and they've so generously offered this beautiful space for us to be here today. And more specifically, I want to thank Ange. So Ange, give everybody a wave. She's the coordinator from the library. So she has helped me a lot through the last month, trying to organize everything, get promotional materials out. So without your help, we won't have this launch. So thank you so much, Ange. And I've saved the best for the last. This person has walked this path with me along by my side from the very beginning and throughout this journey. And not once did he complain that I was spending way too much time working on the book. I started this book back in 2011. So for the thousands of hours that I spent typing away on the laptop. Thank you. See, Pro MC is what I'm talking about. So for the thousands of hours that I spent typing away on my laptop, of which I should have spent with him, I want to thank my husband for his patience, his understanding, and his support. Because there were a lot of times that I just wanted to give up, because I thought to myself, I'm not a writer. Like, why do I even bother? And he was there to tell me, yes, technically you could give up. No one's holding a gun to your head to write this book. But if you did give up, you would spend the rest of your life wondering what could have happened had you persevered. And he said, sometimes, like, at the end, it doesn't matter if you sell 1 copy or 1,000 copies, it's the process that's the most important. And this was truly a thrill ride. And I'm really glad that my husband was there riding alongside with me. And also I had a new best friend. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you again, and help yourself to some food.
Thank you, Sophia. So, she was mentioning that it's a small amount that she's donating to the organization, but we all know all big changes come from small steps, right? So I think once again, her generosity deserves another round of applause from us, guys. And regardless of how many books it will be sold in the end, I think it brings great comfort to Sophia that she knows that they're a supporter from you guys, family and friends, okay? And this actually, ladies and gentlemen, would conclude our formal part of the day. So just to remind you, Sophia's book, if you're not able to get it today for some reason, it's also available in ebooks and paperback on most online retailers, okay, such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Google Play Store, and Kobo. So ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy some refreshments. If you have an opportunity, please purchase a book. Sophia will be available to sign with the book for you, take some pictures with you, and I hope you enjoy this part of the event and have a good afternoon, okay? Thank you.